Mr. Randy Abbey, good morning, Akwaba.
Good morning, Minia.
I don't say a neighbors and so in ten who, but so I didn't say anything who, oh, if ye.
So on the normally no more program no time no coincided with me TV show.
Sure.
Madam said, and then I possible because I took some time off. Now, main financial elections issues.
Or can TV show a good morning Ghana. Annie, but your ground saying,
oh, Yagusu. So I then until electoral commission be fresh and be to abano. Na I'm the campaigning we say unfortunately no. Say normal electoral commission make us say be a day before election
no campaign
but yeah no o man fa no nka you musa
until the final day
until say you better say time now so you both teams no
sure all right my main Joe views on we answer about main issues no so 2 days ago GMA a Yaxel company NGBC in collaboration with the GFA the first ever presidential debate just no one kasa hobby your impressions of the debate.
Well, first of all no I've said say a lot of hitches with respect to liaison and then normalization but it appears is ending well, and I've said say there are two things that have happened so far in my view very positive because that should be the focus of the next FA leadership, which is about the FA being transparent and accountable to the stakeholders outside the 120 delegates. And because me feels one of the key things are any bedru baby ayawoyi is because for a long time no mindset na adwene say we're only accountable to omomoto about GFA no.
Yeah.
But you're accountable to the other stakeholders, i.e. Abang, you're accountable to Abang, and then we're just doing so with respect to national team. Budget Abang. But apart from that, no, we didn't think we were accountable and we owed government some transparency in our affairs, same as corporate Ghana. Same as media, same as this sporting public. But at the end of the day, so if it's about infrastructure and financing the clubs participating in Africa, support for juvenile football, this government is a key stakeholder. Well, same as corporate Ghana, CSA funds, the stadia are empty. Microphone talk, clubs, the merchandise, this it is not the 120 people that we're expecting to do that. It's the sporting public. What you say, and then the media and all that. If we're talking about a lot of misinformation and all that, and the creation of a terrible image for the FA now, it is about media and engaging the media. Well, with that mindset, say accountability is only for the 120 delegates. No, and no so count, and a titripa, and yedrum pempenswa yedru. No, when you have a processor now with this new dispensation, for example, candidates are launching manifesto, public events, the media is there, other people in the public are there, they are subjecting those things to scrutiny, they are answering questions. It tells you, say, we are now opening up beyond the 120. Almost number 2 abano, but you then realize, say, the stakeholders, as far as Ghana football is concerned, goes beyond just the 120 people who are going to cast their votes. Now, so then it comes to the question you asked. Debate this year. The debate was not just for the 120.
Debbie.
It was for an audience even beyond Ghana.
Sure.
And it is also one of the processes of deepening stakeholder engagement. So now you have the candidates subjecting themselves, their views and positions on issues, key issues that will affect the development of Ghana football, and subjecting same to the general public, to the business community, and as a corporate Ghana and beyond, to the sporting fans, to the media, to everybody, even people who are not football fanatics, and it is that process that we must continue. Until within that context, that debate, that program, first of all, is unprecedented, and I think that it was an excellent one, and I think that is helping to deepen our engagement, with the stakeholders outside and delegates.
Do you think, sir, a better informing Kofo on the level of human resource in the football war? In football for there's a perception against football people say, oh, they are mole for Goro boys being a football. Did this help in eroding that perception?
Well, I think that it helped. I mean, let me use myself as an example. Maybe I'm a bad example because me were media, the exposure is there. People know about me and stuff. But even with that, me be a metauti academic credentials. I don't do that. But of course, because of a net search engines, and if you go and Google my name, you would find out stuff. But it is true. Say, debate, first of all, the profile of the candidates apart from academic, or my work experience. Or my backgrounds, was made known to the public. So at least they have a certain view of who these people are, how they are well grounded academically, how they are well grounded in the management of sports, in what they've done with their lives and all that. And that was good. The key thing is that it also offered people the opportunity to see them, to see how they act or behave under pressure, how they think on their feet, how articulate they are, how well grounded they are on the issues, and how they're on top of the issues or not on top of the issues and all that. I mean, Nijina helped for people to actually be able to gauge in Crawford, because that to maybe a young say interview, you can grill me and all that. But when I have other people who perhaps are contesting with me for the same position, then you have a situation where I tell you what my position is on a matter, and then somebody contests me.
Disagree.
Yes, and then whoever is listening to us is able to determine which one is a superior viewpoint.
Sure.
What did I mention?
You have to do it within a time frame.
So there's then a qualitative analysis or evaluation of what we're doing.
Sure.
I mean, it was a good exercise, and I think it gave all those who watched a much better appreciation of the people who are vying for the position.
Ordinary Ghanaian they are indicators of Beshe. But more football for someone like you, I would say a good dinner say. Only problems if facing football. Were you impressed with the answers?
Yeah, generally yes. And you see, incidentally, for a person like me, I also have views on all those issues.
Yes.
It is Obi candidate. Then I'm matching it against what my position is.
Yes. Okay.
If I said that, I cheat me in chain.
I'm going to say every time I'm moving.
It is a question. Obi kasi I say Ubisa we sa question krame dani wona na me hwe Ubisa akoko
Amanda
Ubisa akoko say oze na me hwe because so akwa we aden I say old tiny bisa I mean so you with Juma bomb, but I mean that was
oh goodness,
that was a killer punch. But I mean that's just on the side. But sanity inti I see there Obi on all the issues na nipa no eka the person here to say how to raise funding for the FA.
For the FA.
Some can. Then I match it against me positions on the issue. Is he on the same page as me? Yeah. Has he said something that I have not considered? Is it something which is a brilliant idea? Emba Madrimo. Or is something that I've thought about and I think is really not an issue? Well, I'm sure for a lot of the so-called football people, I say so-called because tag is not said in a positive light. It's used in a negative light. Okay. We some of us started using that, to describe ourselves. And some football people, reflects that mindset, of we are only accountable to
delegates
the delegates. And that's why I say I don't like using that expression because it is negative, and it didn't sit well with people. It demonstrated a certain streak of arrogance that we had about who we are and why it is about us, and leave us alone, and it's none of your business. But I'm sure say obi are not involved in football and I say obe take a decision or a delegate and abibino how ana me process it niamana me analyze, and I'm sure say many people were also doing same, because that's the only way you can say oh, I agree with this person, he said something, I disagree and all that.
Some of the plans and visions, no, in your opinion, are they achievable?
Well, let me say this first of all, no. The debate, especially when you had 5 people, doesn't give people enough time, and you're even giving them 3 minutes, and 30 seconds for a rebuttal and all that. It might not be sufficient time, but at least it's an opportunity for the person to hint, say, this is what I want to do. This is what I believe in. And then when you critique their manifestos, the manifestos should be able to also give timelines.
Sure.
I mean, anyone without timelines is perhaps a bogus document. You understand what I'm saying? What I was saying is, almost all the things they spoke about are objectives, are things that the FA must achieve. What me I say? Let's start off from that point of view. All the issues that were raised and the answers that were given, they fall within the context of things that the FA must do. But now, timelines for doing them, how to prioritize them, because you cannot do all of them at the same time. That is what will confront the next leadership.
Very well. Very well. Mr. Randy Abbey, and you pray, say, and to Abamano, no me a member of the Executive Council on the ticket of Division 1. Division 1, 48 clubs, 3 reps on the Executive Council. Let's just remember so a Thursday.
Amanda Quentin, there's a provision in the new statutes that states that National Division 1 League should be 18 club league instead of the current 40.
Happy FM.
When you are voted into power, how would you implement these provisions? Okay.
Happy sports.
Okay, so let me break it down. Currently, we have 3 zones in Division 1. Each zone has 16 clubs. The new provision says that we should have a national league of 18 clubs. How would you make sure that this provision is implemented?
Well, in terms of a national league of 18 clubs, I think perhaps it's doable, and we will have to, that's why we have committees, etc., to speak to the EXCO and also get, more involvement with the different committees and stakeholder involvement, etc., how we're going to roll that out specifically.
Yeah, talk about this. Randy Abbey, president of a Heart of Lions, and a Executive Council position or the upcoming elections. I saw a Thursday way. You spoke about the quote unquote arrogance of calling yourselves football people, and in the wisdom of the NC, almost yembiemu na obiantimin contest be to a point that they even expunged articles provisions in the elections regulations. Do you think that when a bit me boa massa football be able to the wider populace am obiati me aba at na dwene ni sika ni bibia be football team?
Well, first of all, I would say when our boy Amanda question, Amanda's answer was brilliant.
Yes.
And I told her during the break that although it was an extremely difficult question, her answer was brilliant.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just that on how she paused for.
Yeah, because she had to process it.
Yes.
Well, because
yes.
you were born, that discussion about
National Division 1
the National Division 1 League has been on. For example, in most jurisdictions where we aspire to go to, no, the second tier league must reflect
the first year.
The first year. The only difference is that the second tier is normally bigger. In Tianfan, say
Championship 24 instead of 20.
But it must reflect the first year. That's how it is done in most jurisdictions. But obviously, for Obia Onuni, that technical appreciation, I'm sure that those are not some of the things that she's been thinking about or processing. But she demonstrated that she was brilliant by saying, look, we will, I'll go to the ESCO, we'll consult stakeholders, and we will see to the implementation. And for me, simple. It was a very, very brilliant answer. Now, to your issue, let me state here categorically. Say, first of all, the statute that we approved and the presentation that was done by now the Foley Naughty included the article now you needed to have had a 2-year experience with affiliation with a member before you could contest. That is factual. And when the FA issued that statement, I called Dr. Kofi Amwa, I called now the Foley, and you find out from them. And I told them that what they had done was wrong. It was illegal. And it shouldn't have happened. 2, FA no own letter, no issue here, even demonstrates why they are wrong.
Okay. Because
you use the word expunged. That was in their statement.
Yes.
How does the normalization committee have the power to expunge anything approved in the GFA statutes? The only body that has the power to expunge is Congress.
Not the ESCO.
How?
Not the NC.
How? When it comes to amending, when it comes to expunging, when it comes to adding anything to the statutes of the GFA, it is the Congress of the GFA. But you see, in these situations, you also need to be very tactful. Will you want to go and chase these issues and prolong matters and perhaps get an extension for the normalization committee? Is this something that could be injurious to this particular election? Or it is something that, after having made the point that, look, you're engaged in wrongdoing, you can still go ahead, deal with the issues, and rectify it later? I think that the consensus amongst a lot of us was that, look, although this is wrong, it's not injurious. Let's look at the bigger picture. Going to chase this thing and perhaps wanting to call for another Congress to take a decision and all that, it will rather prolong issues. And, so we flagged it. We've made them aware of it. Let us move on. And then when the process is over, we can do what is right. And I'll tell you this. Look, opening up the FA to other stakeholders is not about who to contest for an election or not, in my view. And I explain to you. What is asking too much when you say, first, no, let me put it this way. The right to vote, the right to be voted for, a membership right.
Yeah.
It's in the statute. So to enjoy this right, you must be affiliated to a member. So asking that you be affiliated to a member for 2 years, is that asking for too much? If who are in Brenya and you have aspirations of being part of the running of Ghana football, get affiliated to Heart of Lions, come and do some work with Heart of Lions, and then after 2 years, having demonstrated that you've been part or affiliated to a member, you have the opportunity of contesting for any position that is open once you meet the criteria. Because as I sit here today, Metumiako Etwaba now Metumia contesting for Ghana Boxing Authority election.
You're not a member.
Ghana Volleyball Association, Metumiako. I can't. Metumia kasa about Omojuma Met me a comment about Omojuma to the extent say it is the Omoyeno is a public thing. But some person me kotu about ho and I say me jina no mutu me swaba. I need to meet a certain criteria. You cannot have a situation and say say Ghana Boxing Authority and Ghana Athletics Association or kotu abai executives are. Just anybody can walk to the secretariat and pick a form and say I'm contesting an election. Where is this done? That is not about the process of opening up. In any case, nipa no per se, oka the administration of football. Why does the person not want to be associated and affiliated with a member and work with a member for a minimum of 2 years? Why? You don't want to be affiliated to a member. You don't want to work with or for a member, but you want to contest an election to steer the affairs of the members. It doesn't make sense. What did I say? I mean, if you are about to I to know, say Ghana Constitution say with the 18, who won't quite say to aba, but there are processes. Sure. So person to aba electoral commission see a be away. Ya chire eyi kona ko register na ko ye what you say aha na ko to aba. So I don't think say it is asking for too much. Say you must be nominated by a club. One kasa as the individual, no, you should demonstrate. Say you have been affiliated with a member for at least 2 years. It's not asking too much. Ultimately, I say, and that is not about opening up the FA. Opening up the FA, no, for me is about how transparent and how accountable the FA is to the stakeholders beyond the 120. To demonstrate, say, your affairs are conducted in a very transparent manner. You have nothing to hide. Because at the end of the day, no, if you say you are accountable to only the 120, and you don't care, and then the people that you say you don't care are not accountable to, no, you go to them, say, yenye ball. And necessarily, I open sponsorship for league now, 124 no nakoji. Open sponsorship for national teams, 124 no nakoji. Open see a Philly stadium, 124 nakoji. Say who percent media no a putty or products any organization in a good lighter. Go to the 120 and do it. 120 no are critical stakeholders. But you need to understand, say, there are other stakeholders who are equally important. And in dealing with your issues, you need to be transparent and accountable to all these stakeholders. That is how come you can carry them along. And you can get them to better understand what you are doing and will also want to be a partner to you, because say nipa nti dia oye na se ohumu na de otia ne say we a corrupt organization, then you go to the same person say brana fa o brand no be attach o brand no to me na fa o sika ebeboa na fa bra ne yenye adwuma. Who will do that? What did I mention? I say ha enti as for the issue of right to vote and to be voted for, no, me on any day, I'll say, asking for a person who's interested in running for office of the GFA to be affiliated to a member for 2 years is not asking for too much.
This view is very popular. Outside football, even the GFA is a national organization. And to say, I don't know 120 pe, and also could share to abayi a year Nipamagana Funina. Should this be part of the next FA's educational processes? Say, I didn't a membership, a association, a idea, a national institution, a public institution, a private one. Should it be steps that the next FA should take in sensitizing Ghanaians on the nature of the FA?
Well, I think, sir, we need to engage a lot more. We need to engage a lot more, and we need to let people understand. And I'm saying, sir, some viewpoints, no, Mejidi say, was as a result of that arrogant posturing.
Football people.
And intina Emma Crawford. Necessary the Adentina Moko Jiska Banho.
Yes.
Adentina Mosi Embra Stadium. Adentina say. What did I mention? Because even when you're in football clubs, no. Oh yeah, also oh yeah, young fan say, also a Kotoko supporter. Now when you're circles member. See a tour bar, although you're Kotoko supporter, Oko Stadium every Sunday. Won't mean to be.
And I'm quite selections.
Aha. What you say? So oh yeah, NCC member, oh Hearts of Folk. And now a House of Folk supporter. Now when you're NCC member. About to be or what? Omoko to aba. We a House supporter. But what mean to be? Omoko annual general meeting. What mean Kobe? What is the mission? I say, we need to understand. Say, there are so. It is so few say open so annual general meeting and you torches because no nebema wako annual general meeting. No wako express your views wo. But that shouldn't stop the House of Folk management and Akotoko management and any club's management from engaging and opening up to the public, because unim very well say we cheat for no omo bro omo register omo tia dues. Until you also need to find ways you can communicate to them and engage them. Until we just need to understand all these dynamics. What you say? But my point is that say now can how you communicate this is important. And no never ma ato asumu and say ento asumu. Because when you come and you are stating, I mean what I've said is still me can say asemana markers is here it could have been said in a different way, which would be offensive.
Yeah.
What did I mention? That kind of talk.
Yeah.
And no na putting for offer.
Sure.
Because to be in cancer and children, no children waka children say fans in Coast Stadium. So when I will say mo card na say na mo pen mo ntwi nti mo ntwi.
True.
O ti dey mention say and I say after no abetra me office say league bra na be sponsor ni den de. Enya one also worker e na utwi. Itu hia me say mbe pia o kanye de. Say car na break it down. Ko na go for obusuafo no mbe pia ma o.
I get you.
You get what I'm saying? It is how we communicate this and how we make people understand. That's key. That's what I'm saying. Say the recognition. Say yes, stakeholders no go beyond the 120, and we have to engage them at those different levels and let them be on the same page with us and let us work in unison. That is what is important.
Champ, compromise are my in relation to the NC. Almost spongy. Elections regulations, even status nakasamu. I was at Congress. Football fund disagreed with a lot of the provisions. But I'm compromising for the sake of Yantuaba Namunko NG football. I'm looking at 10 years from Ene. Won't the next generation blame you? Say Majiji Nemabia Tumwa, and Nick Kwansa Kamuji Tuna Kamonsi Tom right. For instance, clothing the NC with the powers to a sponge. I hear him say a year Congress a Juma. The next generation blame the current leadership
I don't,
for allowing some of these things to pass.
First of all, I don't believe we clothe them with the power to expunge. I want any of them to show me that. I don't think we did that.
Okay.
That's one. Two, Robert Kaya, on that day, that clubs, we had come with our presentation. Yafa there, article by article, clause by clause.
In fact, I was there with you guys at Gaka the day before.
Okay.
I went deep into the night.
Yes. Until we had planned and we were coming to take the thing article by article. The IFU say any problem the IFU say what problem near the Abba say Obi will counter here, not the Abba, and then we vote on it and we move on. But Obekaya NC4 no MIT CSA and even FIFA representative MIT CSA say changes near PCA a substantial, then it must go back to FIFA. And then FIFA will refer it to a committee. And we don't know when the committee will finish their work. And then okay it or not okay it. And obviously, the picture painted was that we could be on a long stretch. And what the NC then proposed was that, Yanjin Tumu, we can come back to another Congress and do the things that we want to do. To back, I'm sorry. And I say, look, we agree to what they are saying, but some of the things that it relates to elections. They are not things over to me, I expunge the next day. Because, for example, if it is about electing somebody, now the person has been elected for a 4-year term, How do you, after the person has been elected, go to a Congress and say, you cannot do that. The person has been elected.
Duly.
What we can then do is that, isolate the ones that are related to elections, no? And then do the necessary amendments that we want. And then the rest, no, we can change any implications, no. When we are finished with the elections, we can then call a Congress to do our article by article and clause by clause. And now, so that's when I asked for that break. So mama and break and consulting because said na Ofan BBT said the composition of the executive council no. Now you propose 15. And now no the Ibeco Premier Division 1 RFA women's football is there no. And if we are going to go with 11 now, it means that we have to reconfigure. I see no the TTB. Until we needed to go and consult and all that. What me I say now consultation. When we came back, I told them again, say, and lawyers akasa.
Because now referred to the company's law.
She did that, and she even called a lawyer who's a club person.
Yeah.
And he virtually agreed with her.
Sure.
But when we stepped out, we also spoke with a few lawyers. What I say, and my understanding when I spoke with the lawyers was that look, that law relates to companies that don't have a constitution. Until then, the Companies Act provides that only constitution.
You can't go below 2.
This is what you should do. But say, constitution now, your constitution spell out the composition of your border. That's it. So that particular article relates to companies that do not have a constitution. And as far as the GFA was concerned, the constitution is a statute.
Sure.
So once the statute is approved, the FA has a constitution. So that law does not bind the FA. Now the fully disagreed. Now, floor of the Congress, no nyehwa, you bear legal arguments for who to adjudicate and decide whether this position is correct or not correct. So Ube Kaya, on that particular, our position was that look, we are going with the 11, but there's a proviso. Definitely, we will set up a legal committee.
Yeah.
Once our lawyers advisor say that thing relates to only entities that do not have a constitution, we will revert to our 15. We made that clear.
Sure.
What me I say? We made that clear. So if tomorrow the FA decides that it wants to move from the 11 to the 15, it wants to stay at the 11, that's a decision for the FA to make. Under the circumstance, and that's why I say, there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Sometimes, you see, sometimes, insisting on your rights can be a foolish path. Until sometimes you need to be wise and strategic about situations. What did I mention? I say, and that is what happened on that day.
Okay. With all this knowledge, experience, champ, why ESCO? Why not the presidency? I'm just imagining Randy Abbey sitting amongst the 5. Now you be some Muslim. Now Randy, I'm just meeting you and why ESCO? Why not the presidency? With all your experience, with all your knowledge, why ESCO?
Okay. First of all, maintain Executive Council, and I'm in Brew Executive Council. The presidency, is very, very important. But I've stated this on a number of occasions. I think, the Executive Council is even more important.
Okay.
Osha, Executive Committee in Sudan, and a lot of people involved in football. Me assure everybody will agree. The Executive Committee in the past, could have been a little more assertive. If they had been a little more assertive, maybe we would have prevented a lot of the things that happened. What me I say?
The era of yes men.
Yes, until now you had things like yes men, zombies, and all that. And then, if you think of electing a president, if you look at Senia, laws next year, and what we are envisaging now, you will need a lot of people with competencies and capacities to help and experience to help I mean, in that team.
Institutional knowledge.
Yes, in that team, no, you need people with capacity, with competence, with experience, with integrity, to help the process. And in as much as the presidency is concerned, no, I think that the executive council is even more important. And that is why, from day one, first of all, from my personal point of view, when I heard all the people expressing their interest in contesting for the presidency, I thought, say, look, it was a crowded field. And based on my knowledge and me following of the game, I thought, say, look, if we could all agree on a consensus candidate and the others went onto the executive council now, it will be better for Ghana football. Because they come with some experiences, with some competencies, they have certain levels of capacity. If we were to aggregate all of this now, Ghana football will be better. And I didn't want to also join in the crowd.
Okay.
Because I thought, say, look, when you finish the election, only one of this, and
out of the 7 and
yes,
6, no.
Only one, and executive council, no, so. Yes. So what it means is that all this,
we've lost all of them.
Fine brains, no, we've lost them. You can give them some other roles to play and all that, but say or take council, no, so decisions are being taken, policies being formulated and all that. You could consult some of them, but say or you are part of it, you're part of the meetings and the discussions and all that. Well, that is why that's one of the reasons. Until I even took it upon myself to speak with them, to have meetings with them. Some of the meetings were even held at my residence to try and see how we can deal with this. But unfortunately, I mean, them say Obia and the supporters Kasa, Charlie, you are strong. Over ground, we need ground, over to me a call. So they come back and say, because of this, that we want to go. It got to a point I had to let go. Secondly, and most importantly, there was a personal issue, and I didn't think it was proper for me to put it out in the public domain. But last Saturday, I think GFA, and then yesterday on Asempa, so I can say it now.
Okay.
And it's I've gone past the process, so it's fine. I was also involved in my doctoral studies.
Oh, okay.
And there was no way I could combine
the two.
And my thesis was accepted in August.
So,
Dr.
Randy Abbey.
Dr.
Randy Abbey.
Well,
where did
that be Monsieur? You say end. We have an end. I end it.
Oh, you end it.
I end it.
Yes.
They be.
Doctor,
who person from Dr. Kusian? I am from out. Inti.
Dr. Anyway.
No comment. Inti, that was also a bit. I could not combine all those things. But I just thought, sometimes, we need to also look at the bigger picture, Yensho organization, and for me, it's not an ego thing. It's Randy, why I did it. It's not an ego thing. It's not an ego thing. We know president is so called. No. That's not how me operate. What did I mention? I say, that's basically the reason. Membru Executive Council.
Okay.
What did I mention? I say, and I'm in chain or more Executive Council also. And I'm a say a stronger and a competent and an effective Executive Council is what the GFA needs. And the Executive Council includes the President of the FA.
You share the dynamics in these elections. I am much more competitive and keener than previous elections. 48 Division 1 clubs, 3 reps spare. 7 of them, and an AU could be saying to about. How difficult and challenging for you in these elections?
Well, it is because I mean, like you said, there are 9 personalities with varied backgrounds and all that. You need to go out there and convince delegates why you need to be one of their three, or even be their number one when it comes to choosing the three. You need to make that effort. And that's all I will assume you say, oh, Randy Abbey, Omunim me, Omoba Congress, Omoba meetings, Omunim what I'm capable of doing. But you also need to reach out to them and also let them appreciate, even if they know already. Say, look, situation, and I'm so Ghana football, you drew near. A Juma die near. What you say? Enti, you two about Mancrofor, I'm on my quack di anima. I was here, show way near yin Crofua, a Juma die name no. Ombe to me, a diamine. Because me can say, yeah, brand Ghana football, no, and a GFA, you know, has been battered. But it is not beyond redemption.
Sure.
But to redeem it, no, and that from and yet in Kuala what me I say, enti ye here in Crofua, sebi, there's a tree where we mean to think a young Crofua, a more name dear na. Omo we dare yes. Omo being. Omo be boa ama ye di dwuma no. What me say enti ye kwa akoto aba no ye nhwe sa niama no. Mpempenso a ya bedu edwuma e da enim. What you say ene omo a ye feel say ye de edwuma no hwe omo nsem a omo betumi aye. Enye ayonkofa. Enye say obi aba menim anaso ma panin bi frɛ me. But nipa na nkasa no or nimdie na ehia na or the Abronibeka say what it takes, you know, to deliver what is at stake.
But say elections we can end number 7 be determine election. Kakra wo.
Well, and no na ebia ebi mo ka, but me no me ogidie wo delegates no say omunim bebia ya bedru. Omunim edwuma da enim. Omunim say this is a golden opportunity for us. Say we'll bring our football back on track. And omunim fortunately they can say yeah your ball no no ye nim ye ho enti e ba na dwuma uko board meetings ah na se ka say ye set up committee aye bibia o de hwe say mo ba meetings ni bisa o de hwe o bo hu say incrofor nominate people to serve. There are particular names that always
comes up.
Always.
That's the question ye or ye osu presby committee enya stadium committee ni nyina na odin wo ntu ni nyina.
Well, enti what I'm trying to demonstrate is say omo to aba no omunim because ye nyina na committees ye nyina na discussions ye nyina na taking decisions otimi ase ha enti omunim say edwuma no papa we mami we omo no betumi aye enti the aye ya ne say yes wrong say at the end of the day no omo ko no omo to aba na omo masa botae ne adwen no endi kan what you say na ye to aba no ma omo a ye nim say omo betumi edi dwuma pa man.
There's a new theory in town, the Awache theory, and the delegate in our bank crime and can answer watching doors of the BSO at the party no beto antimony reasons some Mr. Awache and I say Arabaka Awache watching the no beto because I said to the boys the Awache theory.
Okay, on a lighter note, most of the Awache joints Accra ni Kumasi no minimum because me pe watch it. It's just that me watch it. I watch me, but because me watching me die today, wait this idea about it. Matisu kakra, but still I know every week no. One to be the film, but first of all, no, me feel say delegate be a waban cry no. Our barber tuna banazo on cry no. Say common dinner. Eduane bi o pese odi no. E was so to me no kodi. It is obi bisa me say won outing cry. Himfa wache e na eye da. Met me akire no. Mienu miensa bi. E bia de ben ne hotel na Uncle Toby. But
they are delegates. This morning we saw that they are only department also because they have to go to a certain place. They went, and when they went, they told they were fed to Awachi, and that's all.
So you can't say fear delegates.
Oh, man, so a delegate there, my can't say you cannot predict them. Don't look at the faces and determine something we are not winning. As I said, they have their different way of behaving. I mean, contest there. I mean, they put
the Awachi theory. Yeah, talk about the Randy Abbey. I'm near friend Dr. Randy Abbey, and Eddie Kobo Jumedi. The past president, or the 13 years in office, or any influence during these elections. It become an institution. You know, irrespective of the tuning now, would he have an influence in this election?
You know, first of all, I think, sir, anybody who is involved in Ghana football, I mean, one vote can influence an election. And if he decides, say he wants to get involved, he wants to speak with people, he wants to let people move in a certain direction, I'm sure, sir, he will do. It's up to whether the people will agree with the views and all that. And I mean, that's all I can say.
Very well. Very well. You share. We propose as vice.
Obisa say, Omo contesting presidency. David. None of them.
Now, would you accept the position of vice president?
Okay.
If what? Candidates be winning so say by any vice.
First of all,
because then I just want to we need ESCO.
First of all, by statutes, vice presidency, is by election. And at the first meeting of the executive council, and you be elected who becomes vice. So what it means is that all the 11 people who will be elected onto the executive council, by law, have the right to contest.
Potential vice.
Yes, the vice presidency. As we speak today, what I'm focused on, what I think about, the Edda Minisu, is about how to convince young 48 Division 1 delegates to choose me as one of the three to serve on the executive council on their behalf. Fortunately, Omofa ballot paper now, mena made that number one, number one. Enti me buta nyina ne say me engage omo me nyom bekasa me mo mati ase say ya the ballot paper no emo mo no mo ko booth ni mo a omo enhwe number one esoro ho aso ma hwe bibia no mo fa mo kokro mo tin ntim esoro box no esoro ho number one no emma me aha eno ena eda makoma so
we are a student of Ghanaian politics,
right?
Maybe I would have number one. A more advantage.
Oh,
because no say normal politics.
Not necessarily.
Because you go on no.
Trinity.
High five.
Aha, inti and the menjin di say obi be call a polling station say I know kwako to about say or kwako to about based on high five and I say suruho and I say and I say at the end of the day we picture and I would din and a box no enti nipa no ekono nim so okoto abanama Randy Abbey enti okwa obe hwehwe baby Randy Abbey wo no ato ama no. Fortunately it's been made a bit easier by baby Amedano. It's another because say ye kind from Suru and ye de baha. Tell I make sure say we do murahoa a Sruha da hona or their team. Oh, aha.
Ye when you know, no, ye need bako. Need bako so our cars. It's a palmer Nasama code, there's a pending ruling. How should we manage all of this? Because we among for Kasa, Yajina Jimuno, Basso Thursday. Should we Yentin Fuho, Niu say, case near Kamana, a 12 Chobiat in Wase, and say elections now, and I say, Yanko Swanee organize the election.
First of all, my understanding of Palmer case is that He's focused on the presidential election.
Yes.
And he's not asking for
an injunction on the ESCO.
On the ESCO. Until something happens, no, ESCO election or chande baso. Now, on Palmer issue, no, I've said this in law, Omokan Bibi say it's better to free 99 guilty persons than to incarcerate one innocent man. What me I say? Ruling now a from vetting committee. It was not detailed. The FA only told us. First of all, we've not even seen the ruling. It's the FA that communicated the decision to us. Say, Omo qualifying here, you are disqualified or Palmer, and they refer to some two articles. But you can't and say these were the issues. The responses and the defense in here. Conclusions are reaching here. Until without that information, no, you are not in a position to say you agree with it or you disagree with it. And now they were right or they were wrong. Or they overlooked something or they didn't overlook something. Mene Palmer Kasa severally on the issue. He feels he's been given a raw deal. Some of the people on the NC Nakasa almost feel the ruling is on all fours. What me I say? At the end of the day, no, my position is that this particular ruling, as far as Palmer is concerned, this is a professional. But we decided the last 15 years, no born no bear. What did I say? This decision has implications even beyond this election. Because if you are deemed to be Obia, who need the integrity to even contest an elections at the FA, what it means is say until that thing is overturned, no, you cannot even dream of coming close to any leadership role in football. That's my understanding of the implications. In this case, no, if he is taking steps to clear his name and is using due legal processes, due process, I don't think say Obia and Stampede no. What did I say? Because sometimes no say in Pabuano ewo Obinaya, you don't really feel it, and like they say, before you judge a man, walk a mile in his shoes. And put yourself in his situation, and you will begin to appreciate it. My point is, Okokas, or pay some interim reliefs. Sakas for no some the issues as against the FA issues. Is it the person who suffer most, or is it the FA and the processes that will suffer most? They will take a decision. At the end of the day, me knowing Palmer, no, if the decision is taken, say, the injunction to sue until the determination of his matter, he will pursue it. If Omuka said no, we can't grant you that. Obviously, the election will go on without him. But he will have an opportunity
to deal with the substance of
to deal with the issue. If CAS really say the decision to disqualify him was wrong, he has cleared his name. Although he would have missed out on this particular election, no? At least one, we're clear. Two, there is the opportunity for him to always come back and contest elections. So CAS decision, they say the FA was right in the conclusions of Morichi. Boronika Bibi, there's an end to litigation. Obeti Asie, say Asema Tunini, and then he will take a decision as to what to do with his life.
Mami, you need some hypothetical analysis. Touch the year to by the ESCO. If CAS gives an injunction or grant an injunction, what then happens between the NC and the new elected ESCO?
I think, sir, we would have to take a decision at the end of the day. I have not tested this scenario with a lawyer, but on the top of my mind, if, for example, the ESCO is elected, so you have the 11 people elected. The 11 people form a quorum.
Sure.
So the 11 people also at their first meeting will elect a vice president. Yeah. The vice president will be the leader in the interim, until issues are resolved, and then we have a president who will then take over the leadership. That's my view. I've not spoken with any lawyer, but this is just on top of my head.
Practical view.
I'm just looking at what our statute is and how practicable we can deal with the issue. The other thing too is that if that were to happen, I'm sure, say, Palmer Ebisa for expedited trial.
Sure.
But by CAS rules, the other party must agree.
Yeah.
Before there can be an expedited trial. Ebia, if that becomes the situation, then maybe both parties will agree to an expedited trial. An expedited adjudication of the matter.
Which means there will be just some intem.
Yes. And yes, I won't say, remember an example. Fire Rangers case,
Yeah.
Omo call CAS, Omo apply for an expedited adjudication. But because CAS Mranini say the other party must agree, the GFA did not agree. That's how come decision ba na say ya. And the GFA, unfortunately or fortunately, is not in a mess because of number 12. The truncation of your league, because you know what would have happened. Enka yebe wiesa league, clubs we call relegation. Ebi would have been promoted, and then this decision would have come. Enti ye lucky and say because the league was truncated, enti what is really the status is the previous league, the 2017-2018 league. Because I know asema or the core, and look at the time I take it for the trial to be over and the decision taken.
Interesting. Because I say Congress as a crowd, but I say, oh yeah, observer and also a member of Congress from Division 1. And we come home by say you're voting 9 Division 1 clubs. How then do you deal with it? Interesting times. And you never hear how a football for Nankasa. But Randy, I didn't think any amongst some more contesting in our Ocean to Abama.
Was it?
I didn't think any more contesting in our Division 1. Yet when you to Abama now become a train.
And some baby, I'm a can. Okay, I'll say this. This is how I may put it on. First time football for a tour aba me and I say or more electing me say Menko Executive Council was 2004 Nyahota Maklo administration. Now at that time no ye no through Galka. Now Executive Council was I think 36. That was the first time year 2 Miswaba 15 years ago. I think say 15 years on I am a much better person. My name DNA be account, experience ne be account. I'm a more matured person. Name dear Juma no hono ekosuru more. If even 15 years ago, with me relatively lesser experience, any lesser name dear, any lesser maturity, they deemed it proper, say Minko Executive Council now. Then as for this time round, they are obviously dealing with Obia. He's a much better person. And that is why Mesro Mabeni or Mokan say, Ochinano, Mrenu do no moko to Abana, or Muntuma Randy Abbey, number 1 on the ballot.
Would football ever bounce back again?
Oh, yes. Oh,
maybe
yes.
I could be. I want to say maybe I do the point of no return.
No. It is possible.
Okay,
it can be done, and it will be done.
And they were 6 candidates I contested. But who the bear president? The backbiting and the scheming no better worse than we've experienced in the past. Because Obia still has the opportunity, the dreams of becoming president one day.
That's what I'm saying, sir. It is what we do. And it is how we go about things. If we are very transparent and we are accountable and all that, I mean, Obin to me, undermining and backbiting when the information is out there, there's enough transparency. I mean, there's sunshine on whatever you do. What did I say? And then one of the skills a leader must have is also to manage people and to manage situations. And you would appreciate, say, yes. There's an election, you've won, but you also have a responsibility to manage people. And that is why in all my public discourse and discussions about these elections. No, I'm very, very mindful because, Sebi, apart from Lawyer Nkumani, Amanda, all the other people who are contesting are my friends.
Yeah.
We're quite close. And any of them can become president. I have my preference, just like anybody else in an election. But that's my cousin Fred Papa with preference.
Okay.
He's presidential and he's number 3. I've said that.
Yeah.
I've said that everybody, all the candidates know what me I say. But I have an excellent relationship with all of them. We speak all the time because at the end of the day, my preference could be the president of the FA, or any of the others could be the president of the FA. And if I'm fortunate in that Division 1 4 to Swaba, I'd have to work in a team with that person as the leader of the team. And I would have to work in the team to deliver for Ghana football. What did I mention? I say, Inti, we need to be guided and guarded and be very circumspect in how we call about this particular election. Because I've said, say, one per situation, to abane you know. After now, instead of getting down to work, no, ye be frasem, ye be see microphone tem, ye be say, Inti. I've said, say, at this time, no, the abroni friend emotional intelligence, no, and kosru kakra. Well, na yen restraining and supporters, any yankasa. Me say, oh, ka about a year, ka about wo, any dear, obet me aye. Say, journalist nekra, and as a presenter, no, edu be dim bemwa. Shy away from it. And yet by force. Say, question biano, I was a answer. Oyano, what I say, and now Oyano in a particular way. What did I mention? I say, you have an opportunity to sell yourself, to tell people what you can do. What did I say? Focus on that. Oh yes, unko bo bidi, unko ka obiasem, obing to me ko kasi wakan na wan se minti onuzo onye opportunity or no so kokebi. What did I say? So be a supporter na say oko ebibi sa. I mean, training na maniti as say. I mean, yes, because about the contestation of ideas and what you as a person stands for, and the qualities are all I feel say to abanamawa obe to me edi association name. What did I mention? Say,
Minister Waka say it is possible to be second round off. Do you still believe in that position? Because also only 60+1 vote.
I said
still the same.
Okay, so 60+1. I have a position on it. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I said that at the time, no. Okay, what I actually said was that, see, a clear munjina. I don't see any single candidate at that time. Obenya votes no. Now, omoye no, they disqualified Palmer, who is an extremely strong candidate. That changes the dynamics. If the elections will go ahead without Palmer now, a first round is possible.
Okay.
A runoff is possible. And it will be based on how Palmer handles the situation. Whether he's going to give up and endorse a particular candidate, or he's going to give up and say that I'm not endorsing anybody. Go ahead. What me I say? That's one side. The other side will be, say, if the elections is going ahead with Palmer, that one, I am definite, say it is a second round.
Okay. Okay, if Palmer is contesting.
If it's contesting, I am definite, say it will be decided in a second round.
If it's not.
So
join you Obia.
If it's not, it will depend on
two things.
The position it takes. Either say, or tell BH and on tell BH, or tell BH. Depending on Nipo Betanich, you know, it could be a first round or a second round.
Okay. My main comment is I be super questions now, Mr. Enche, Dr. Randy Abbey,
it sounds odd. Randy Abbey, Mr. Nukradi Kawa, just Randy Abbey is fine.
Praise the Abba asked Randy Abbey, it is perceived that he left the FA in the last 4 years. Why should people vote for him?
Okay, you don't leave the FA. I never resigned from my position as executive committee member. I served my term, but I didn't seek re-election because I didn't think, sir, the system at that time was comfortable with me and that they needed my views or expertise or anything. I thought that the system at the time wanted to do things their own way. And I believe, say, I was better served sitting elsewhere and then looking at other options. And the truth of the matter is that at no point in time have I ever resigned my position as a GFA executive committee. So I never left the FA.
Even that, Christ, you were still a president of a club.
Yeah.
You never left football. Anyways, we see about Emmanuel say, okay, I don't know if Randy will want to answer this. Mamisa. I say, can the Japan accuse you of being a part of the number 12 expose? How do you deal with delegates with this allegation?
I'm not sure that the delegates at the Division 1 election will bother to think about this. Okay. I don't think that anybody would even pay attention to this ridiculous allegation.
Ridiculous allegation.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Sure.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, in this Chromohano, if you want to keep your sanity, there are some things you don't have to pay attention to.
Is it before team?
You don't have to. I mean, there are some things that you don't have to even waste your time on think about.
Sure. Ben Mensa is GOC president. He's cautioned us about the cost of this year's GFA elections. Candidate in the Omo year, near Yana Ho, near co-president Ho, near Osidio Akasi Ben Sebebo Sikrum. It is dangerous for the next year administration. Do you agree?
Well, first of all, I think, sir, going to meet all those dignitaries as part of stakeholder engagement.
Yeah.
And I don't have any problem with that, because Oshe in Sema Maka Ohana, what it means is you expect to have all these people on board to understand what you're doing, because then in Abua, what did I say? And for me, stakeholder engagement is important, and so there's nothing wrong with that. And I don't think, say, going to visit Yana or going
manifesto lunch.
I don't think, say, see, I mean, there are things that come at a cost. There's a minimal cost.
Sure.
Because, for example, it comes at a cost to me.
Yeah.
What did I mention? I say, But if you're talking about other things that are being done, maybe inducement, and the amount of money involved and all those things are. No, dear, obviously, you need to be careful about that, because, OSHA expenditure level, maybe the question then which is asked is that, and he said, Obi say, Sikasia, how is the person going to recoup his money? Are we going to go back to the same old days? Are we in trouble? Are we going to be worse off? And Abibisa? Those are issues that people raise. But as for stakeholder engagements, I mean, in every election you spend, I think it is the
amount and
the level, and it will be worrying. But you spend, you're going to engage people, you're going to, even if you are using just your phone, you can imagine the cost it will be to you and all that. There is always an expenditure in an election.
Sure.
It is the level and my concerned.
We don't make swag elections. Now, Kumasi delegates in Yasami from Namino Mukasa can come with it. I'm friend. Definitely you come at the cost. No, something for Saturday and Apple. My friend was also say, oh, they're from Saturday and Apple. Saturday and Apple, I'm 12. Now, convincing me. Anyways, let me take your views on this particular issue. Now, you have a bit of a course. Now, you jaho akko. The elections itself, process na yafaso nyina no, me share in your view. Who is saying vetting ebe nyina no. No, we are also but share your views on 60+1 no.
Okay, let me do the 60+1 first. First of all, Menjin this yen delegates as I say 120. Mejidi say and delegate should be 116.
116. Yes. There's two for beach soccer.
Beach soccer, futsal, PFAG. And this is my reason. I've said, and this is a discussion I've had with the normalization as well. I've said, the right to vote a membership right. Your core Congress no, you take key decisions say this will be the membership of the FA. This will be a delegates list. But Ubekaya, in that same statute, no, it was said, say, those new members, no, they have 6 months to complete their membership with the FA. Because to become a member, no, who say Division 2 club or Bobol or Ghana under the authority of the GFA. But on your member as the Division 2 club, as the club,
Congress,
national. But to a member or region. So under Division 3 team or no Bobol under the authority of the GFA. But on your member of region or a member of district football association, what did I mention? I said, we have accepted, say, this bodies no should become a part of the GFA. But their processes are, was say, go through, no more conclude, they have to apply. GFA Mrano says, say, company registration, audited accounts, now bet your affiliation fee. And then the FA will accept your membership and communicate to you, say, we're a member. Now, until these bodies go through this process and become members of the FA, in my view, they cannot exercise the right of a member. Yajia Tumu say, we want them to be members. But there is a process, a session of before you become a member. Enti say Heart of Lions, I apply. GFA won the documents in now or affiliation fee, and that is the reason why Lions ever vote ever GFA Congress. Also, I you are to be a member, but you have not gone through those processes unto your affiliation fee. You cannot exercise the same right as a member, and that is why in that same statute we made a provision said they have 6 months.
6 months,
to conclude the processes. What it means, they say you could have concluded the process the next day or 2 days after or whatever. Once you go through the process. Until these bodies go through the processes and the FA approves their membership of the association, in my view, they cannot exercise the right to vote.
Will this be raised on the floor of Congress?
Well, when we get there and they are part of the delegates, I'm sure that somebody might raise it. And maybe the NC would have to show us that indeed they have gone through and they are members. As we sit here today, we do not know about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yen share one transfer ever apart from the Awache theory, a CEO sir, or a CEO of a club, and Congress or qua as a mere observer. As a yaya Abakruma, a 2 has to Frederick Moore, and they or a CEO of a class of folk. 2 delegates echo to about 1 county, and so as an executive council a member yen to Abamano. Kokodia Sudi by Enchekra. Georgia Mako on the only Nico, must have a Dodino. Say, they see of the club, Kotoko, or call, of course, observer, one could to Abama club, and so we just in to Abamano. As come must be soon, a beer to warm, a Diana, a comi, a bet comi, on a subaba, but near the but why is this going on? Is there a level of mistrust or say lack of competence and identity?
Well, I think, sir, it is because of presidential camps. Okay. Well, and then Ebiana, say this particular candidate, or Ebia Onabi, good relations, and now Ona are promising a sort in the vote per man. Now say Ebia that particular CEO, so our candidate, engine this say, or better Abanaman, and as we in a name say, or the Obifufro. And I know before camp. That is what is leading to that. But I said this yesterday, sir. I find it extremely embarrassing. And I consider it even as a vote of no confidence. Sir, we are CEO of a club. All the decisions you take, you have your signature which even binds the club in contractual obligations. See, the club doesn't deem you fit to go and vote. And in some of the cases in the crowd, who sign a delegate. And we know say one of the things in this election, they say, Tuma minamin tumao.
Yeah.
Enti nipa na oya will see you. Or kwakoto or jinasi and to abamano. No na bano krano on to be. Enti on to be crani will be negotiated say Tuma minamin tumao. See, chief executive officer of the club. out to be signing signature or sign player or signing signature, signing check ne to aba. Now we say on to me to aba and sometimes no or more choose someone to aba no class subordinates in terms of the hierarchy of the organization. If that is not a vote of no confidence, then I don't know what. I find it very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. And all those people must re-examine
your relationship with the club.
Yes, they must re-examine it. Because me a chief executive of a club. Now I sit on the board. Now as the CEO, I lead all the functional management things of the club. Now you go to aba me jinasi and to aba mami. Now club they say one. They are not even giving me a vote to vote for myself.
Yeah. You only be so me observe.
Yeah, no, except I don't even have the opportunity to vote for myself.
Yeah. So you're just trusting that Nippon or my club and better amount.
Meanwhile, no, in the case of the premier clubs, no crano, are there near two?
And you one. Delegates near two.
And you one. It is a ebia owner no cra. It is two nini na no.
Their clubs have disqualified them from
voting.
voting.
Yes.
I mean, can you imagine?
Voting for themselves.
Voting for them.
I mean, that's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. And I think that they all need to re-examine their, because look, what a better way of your club telling everybody say we don't have confidence in this man.
Premier division.
Can you imagine? Say premier team, almost 2 votes.
2 has been disqualified.
To be mami back. I can't even vote for myself. It is a normal vote here, mamia. My contest election, my team was 2 votes, me 0.
Yeah, it's possible. So 0.
And I cannot even anase me 1. Actually, say baku 2 man, baku and 2 mami. And there be a me 2 cry, nya omu no mami 2 no. It be another team cry na the mami because me no makasa.
Should this be coming from supposed top 2 clubs in the country? Omo me pay setters, no mo nanka omo coffee ananka mo nyina mo nya code. Should it be coming from the 2? Has ne kotoko.
O de yan to anko mo so.
Omo me di mention there was you come now so assurance on my name say e be cost 40. Well, they are delegates. This morning we saw that they are only pound to pound also because they will have to go to a certain place. They went, and when they went, they told they were fed with Awachi, and that's all.
So you can't say fear delegates.
Oh, so a delegate there, Makaji said you cannot predict them. Don't look at the faces and determine something and winning. As I said.
All right, Brad can come by so by TNA. I want to senior presenter Kumasi. Right, we have a call here.
You have a
call. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
first time we were. Well, who's that? My Randy, the OT in our time, yeah, very nice. Who's a lot of knowledge or game, no so. Who's that? This issue about even the delegates, no. I'm sure say Omo got to about baby Omo Jingwan go. Omo dia say got to about. But the interesting dynamics be about. Say main point is we say George Amwako and now Frederick Moore be campaign over catch them in trouble mana. Over there some make catch. Who's the massa? Now team now who dey no go no. Eso ma on be trouble.
Right. Omo year 7. No more compare 5 slots. Already 2 of him. Tinaba no cry 5.
But come say Premier League.
So only vote. I mean money hard you know. Omo pray Premier League slot. CEOs no that teams na no. Omo apart from say Fedachi. Omo makenya the team am play. Na the arrow ho say some of them you appointed supporters.
Leader. Sonko
Twaba. The CEO you have a chance on Twaba. Team, for instance, Diana, you appointed the operations manager who is supposed to be working under the CEO. And he has offered a supporter to do it. I thought they had drink a crap. But the good thing is Randy can't be also in the drink. Now, said you know, the next executive council, the next every president, but about Buamana Koswa, we need a very strong council. Say executive council is stronger, regardless of who becomes the president. Therefore, will do well because it means that you be a bit fly our executive council. For example, you go start times 10 years. When somebody will just pick up a phone call, say, my friend, you're changing it from 5 to 10. It won't happen. I mean, when you have the likes of Randy Abbey, Dr. Tonyo Benum on a year border, Uber tell catch and say, we go do, you know, almost 10 in Matthias. Also, come and even tell you for penny pass or drafted contract. It won't happen. So, up to the delegates to understand that football, no, I'm going to invest in it. And this time, the good thing is that a lot of club owners vote. Muna mudi music ball. So all they were done for, and now she any more to bana. It's up to you because eventually policies are formulated. You know, only be affected. So send the right people, send the knowledgeable people up there to make the right decisions. And no, it's as simple as that.
Right, with us. You go to much I do about nothing, and as much you do about nothing. We can we are when you say 10 as I'm making. No. Now you're going to go to Sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
If you're in
thank you, Nana.
In crying,
in kind of Oha or Bofaha. And can you baby a pecora? Say him for her to coin. Yamaha and may meetings, sir. Can I come in my hat? But when you're behind the others obey meeting as we come outside. Oh, elections, idiot. Baby, a Debbie that. There are others to just add up to the number. Obi oha, obi jebimo. Nsa code to be an obi to coin will be a Ukraine back. And it will be a sebi or so will be near ma. But praise be no mobile for there. So could be to order. Your tone would join $1,000. Obviously 2,000. Or till I say $10,000. Your board don't move can yes, a join in there. What the heck? Bemus got here. Beck and can be. Just here can also can be. And Tibidum be jabimo. There's all here the meaning of bright chicken. I always want men of substance. And just true. And football ain't no Ghana. You need Nipamwa. Or when you be out the same or funny plate, could you be gated? And could you need men of substance. To hear the premiership on there. Show clear. Also, people like Tony Oben, Fred Chimo, or the Georgia Macomo, who said, I'm only past 7. 4 there, I can say 4 there, clear. Tony Oben, Fred Chi, Moore, and who?
Tony Oben, Georgia Macomo.
I can't want to make 4 now. Achi, Tony Oben, Moore, and Georgia Macomo. Trainer I carry the Bishop you balcon. I could come. What call the Division 1 or so? F for Sabbath.
Trainer for Sabbath.
F for any pan 9. But F for pa.
My wife.
You was a minute or 10 years to be out here. Randy, yes, be out here. Sabi Krucha Mansa or Ding and a rain number. Or making it dinner that. Until Randy, he's number 1 on my ticket. I'm canvassing for that. Okay, they told me, you know, Obi to say, Ura Boyson, or Vipers, or Bat listeners, or any one cry. You're hoping to say, any Mado and Macado. Yeah. Macado. About the financial aspect and the marketing aspect, I'll stand very tall. Sure. To you say any panel, council as well. Oh, yeah, every presenter, Omre cry. Did the others ready?
Now, Team P for P, when they?
P for P. Your caucus. Because if people see the interest can be any see to ya. Our mama, personal lawyer, said, Troya, Cascano Koya, and can call F accounts from Combecha idea. Obia can take me on this. I Scaramonia in the Intino. Your boat will possess a Yendis call 5 Palmer. In Yan Sempi, baby, I'm meeting. Oh, the powder man, you must always watch your back. But Omoka said too much, especially the woman amongst them. Now, whatever.
Now, doubtfully.
Oh, doubtfully, yeah, he didn't meet me more. So, yeah, a whole lot of we are captured on tape. A whole lot of conflict of interest and whatever. But in the power, who do you know now sense of judgment? I zero. The moment about the board team, now we answer. I get what. And that is why you do so, Pempensui. But going to class now, and Effie, some of them responsible. All kind of response now. so hollow as an empty barrel. And I have no doubt in my mind, say, by the close of the day, something good will come out of Nazareth.
Me that say, Techi Ahin, tender, and your friend. Mr. Randy Abbey, Mr. Final West delegates.
And the Mr. delegates, and they say, they die a name, a song, but me GDC in Crofua, to me, the omo name the no ma hoarding aba on board. Ama yet to me a kukuru and I a pager and football no at the accompenswa in here. And Timesro Moa say, Ochina Yakwako to Abano. Omonya sure say, Mensan almost your motono. Randy Abbey, our number 1 or ballot no so. Ebe count. Sir, Mempeso be better tobacco, and not to me, and not to, but on to me and Sana me pen. And T. to me and San. Randy Abbey number 1, Manania or number 1. Mempeso be to me, but say, all corners also to me, Randy Abbey number 1 or that number 1. Mempeso tobacco, but all corners also tobacco. Randy Abbey number 1, Manania or number 1. But that's it.
Mr. Say Randy Abbey.